Good afternoon, everyone. I see Shanu Goel. Welcome you all to this VCM organized by Women Members Empowerment Committee on maintaining work-life balance and requisite skills for being successful. Apart from eminent dignitaries, we have with us CA Manisha Biani ma'am to take the proceedings ahead. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Shanu ma'am. Very good afternoon to everyone. I would like to welcome CA Kamisha Soni, Chairperson of Women Members Empowerment Committee, CA Pramod Jain, Vice Chairman of Women Members Empowerment Committee. Today's speaker, CA Vanya Vatsal, co-founder and director of Ilaria, a startup company from Ranchi. Ms. Trapti Gandhi, founder of Ekagra, who is a psychologist. CA Pechi Thangavel, a GMCS and direct tax faculty of ICAI, to the webinar on maintaining work-life balance and requisite skills for being successful. I would also extend my warm welcome to the enthusiastic participants of today's webinar. All of us present here would love to know the success mantra, the way to handle ourselves in such grim situation which is present in our country right now. The positive attitude to come out shining in these difficult times, to know the technicalities of making a startup, the entrepreneurial skills needed to reach the top, and many more things which the eminent speakers of today's webinar would illustrate in a practical way by sharing their own success stories. Now, I would like to invite someone whom the whole CA female fraternity look up to and admire, her strength and her passion to live her dreams, to be the first women chairperson of Indore branch, first female to be chairperson of CIRC, and wishing her to be the first women president of ICAI. CA Kamisha Soni, chairperson WMEC, for her welcome address. Thank you.
Thank you, Manisha ji. Co-chairman, Women Member Empowerment Committee, CA Pramod Jain ji. He is also chairman, Taxation Audits Quality Review Board, vice chairman, Direct Tax Committee, and also vice chairman of Committee on MSME and Startup. So last year also, just I would like to share certain things about Pramod Jain sir, that last year he was instrumental in designing our Setu program, which has already been uploaded on our digital learning hub, and is also well-known speaker on Companies Act and direct taxation. Our today's esteemed speakers, Ms. Tripti Gandhi ji, young entrepreneur CA Vanya Vatsal ji, and young practicing chartered accountant CA Pechi, our moderator and past chairperson and first chairperson of Ranchi branch CA Manisha Biani ji, from our office side CA Ruchi and CA Shanu, and dear participants. Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to all of you in this first part of the virtual CP meeting series on maintaining work-life balance and requisite skills for being successful, organized by Women Member Empowerment Committee of the ICI for the benefit of our women members. Dear members, for next 3 months up to 30th June, we have designed and divided our virtual CP meetings in 2 parts. One is related to new professional opportunity in our practice domain and also in diversified area. And about the second part is related to practice management, networking, work from home, flexi working hour, digital competence, office management, etc. So this series we have already started from last 20th April. So continuing with our initiative, we have covered professional opportunities in startup in today's VCM. On 20th April, we have covered professional opportunities in valuation, insolvency, arbitration, mediation, conciliation sphere of our women member. And going ahead, we will try to impart knowledge about all such opportunity for our members in the upcoming events organized by WMEC. Along with covering discussion on professional opportunity in startups, the compliance and rules and regulations involved taking into cognizance the current challenging time in the wake of COVID pandemic. We have also included a very pertinent topic in our today's VCM, maintaining positive attitude in current pandemic situation and how to manage work-life balance in challenging times. Friends, today we all are facing n number of challenges, innumerable challenges in both at home front, taking care and being protective of our family, and at professional front with work dynamics changing drastically. So in such a situation, a discussion on how to overcome difficulties and be successful and challenging our circumstances to become a successful professional will definitely help all of us. So it gives me today immense pleasure that we have with us distinguished speakers, Ms. Tripti Gandhiji from Ahmedabad, who is founder of Ekagra and a certified psychologist. With her work, she makes people realize the beauty and value of life. We have very talented CA Pechi Thangwell from Chennai with us. She has risen from challenging circumstances to become a very successful chartered accountant who has numerous awards to her credit, including High Achievement Award, Successful Chartered Accountant Award, etc. From being a manager in one of the big four firms, she has set up her own practice with grit and determination. We have amidst us CA Vanya Vatsal, who from being a school topper secured third rank in chartered accountancy course in Ranchi and has even done MBA in finance and marketing from IIM Lucknow. He took up the challenge and founded a startup, Ilaria, and successfully launched it amid the pandemic in November 2020. So I am sure all three of them will prove to be an example of inspiration and motivation for our women members. Today's discussion will involve lesson plus learning also, which you can never learn from your theoretical or subject books, since their success comes from their experiences, their challenges, and their determination to rise above from the rest. So with this brief, I would once again I would like to welcome you all in this virtual CP meeting for further proceedings. Now I will hand over to Manisha ji. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for such power-packed webinars which you have been organizing and that would inspire the fraternity at large. Now, I would like to invite Bank of Knowledge, be it direct tax or company law matters, any query you have, the Vice Chairman of WMAC, CA Pramod Jain, for his opening remarks.
Thank you, Manisha ji. Respected Chairman of the Women Members Empowerment Committee, CA Kamisha Soni ji, who is also the Chairman of the CPE Committee of ICI and also the Vice Chairman of the Ethical Standard Board. Friends, I had the occasion to work under her in the ESB last year also when she was the chairperson of that Ethical Standard Board, which is a very, very important committee. She has been working as in the ESB since past many years, and she's instrumental into bringing the Code of Ethics, the new Code of Ethics, and the second volume thereof for the benefit of all the members. So really, the way she has handled ESB, which I've seen last year, answering so many queries of the members, is really a great thing which she is doing to benefit all the members at large. Thank you, Kamisha ji, for doing such a tremendous work for the benefit of all the members. Also, Manisha Bayani ji, I met her very recently in one of the seminars. She is the past chairperson of the Ranchi branch. So I had an occasion to visit her branch to deliver one of the seminars out there. So very nice, Manisha ji, for doing the tremendous job. And today, all the three very, very talented speakers, starting from Tripti Gandhi ji, Pechi ji from Chennai, and Vanya from Ranchi. The topics today chosen by our chairperson are really, really very, very important and very, very interesting. First of all, in this COVID pandemic, we were just discussing before just starting, the situation throughout the country is a bit grim. But we are very sure that by remaining positive, we can change a bit. We may not be able to do a lot of things medically, but yes, having a positive mindset can change a lot of things. And really, because anything which comes, wherever there is a dark clouds, there is bound to be sunshine after some time. So let us pray to the God that that he keeps us all healthy, happy, and positive, so that after this time also we are able to do that. The topic chosen today are really, really remarkable. And of course, when we talk about uh, one of the seminars few days back, the webinar which we had, one of the questions which could not be answered but was asked and was shared with us was that one of the members said that because in that program we had uh, opportunities for the valuation, opportunities for insolvency professional, as well as arbitration, conciliation and mediation. So one of the members said, क्या आप लोग ये प्रोग्राम कर रहे हैं? I have cleared my IP इतने टाइम पहले, अभी तक कोई काम नहीं आया. Please let us understand. Merely clearing your examination will not bring you work. You have cleared your chartered accountancy. You say, I have got my CA degree, अब मुझे काम दो. ऐसे कभी नहीं होता. किसी प्रोफेशन में नहीं होता. Whether it is chartered accountancy, whether it is advocacy, whether it is even doctor. Ultimately, you'll have to market yourself. Ultimately, people should come to know that you are having that capability to solve that issue. So the foremost issue to be successful is to market yourself, to make others believe that you will be able to handle it. How to do that? Of course, so many issues which I suppose today the speakers would be taking care of. And of course, remaining positive. The moment you become negative, it won't help anyone. It won't help anyone. Please remain positive, whatever the situation is. Even in certain negative things, try to find out what is positive for you and for the others. And when we are talking about work-life balance, which Rapti ji would be taking, in my view, it is not merely home or your office. Some other things are also to be added into it. One is your social, and second is your own self. How much time do you give to your own self so that you are able to maintain the balance? If you are not giving enough time to yourself in the morning, in the evening, it is totally impossible to make a work-life balance. So, अपने ऊपर ध्यान देना, अपनी physical and mental strength, in my view, is very important to manage the all other spheres, because a female has to manage so many spheres. Males have to manage only one or two, to be very frank. But females, they are capable. God has given them that energy, that inbuilt, inherited nature into them, that they can do that. I am hoping that today's session by all the three speakers would be eye-opening and beneficial to all of you, all the participants. And you all are hooked today to join this. It itself makes yourself believe that yes, you want to improve, you want to change. My best wishes to all of you and a happy learning session. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. It is really very important to market ourselves if we want to be successful. And the me time which you talked about, it is very important for everybody to have a personal time for themselves, to pursue their own hobbies, etc. Thank you, sir. The time has come when we should look forward to be an entrepreneur, to start a new idea, a new project in the form of a startup company. There are various financial benefits associated with the same, and these are also very much encouraged by the government. We would now be going forward with our first session on startups, a professional opportunity, the needs and challenges in relation to it by CA Vanya Vatsal. She was a school topper in class 12 and was among top 5 in St. Xavier's College during her graduation. She received late Subhadra Devi Excellence Award by ICA Ranchi for securing 3rd rank in Ranchi. She has also done MBA in Finance and Marketing from IIM Lucknow. She worked with Citibank for 2 years, and now she is the co-founder or director of Ilaria, which was launched in November 2020. I would now welcome CA Vanya Vatsal for her interesting and lucid deliberation. Over to you, Vanya.
Thank you, Manisha ma'am. I hope I'm audible. Okay. So, hi everyone. So today I am here to talk about opportunities in startups, its needs and its challenges. So many social and technological advancement in recent years are owed to the boom of the startup culture, be it Flipkart, Swiggy, Paytm, Zivame, Nykaa. These startups have simplified the tedious processes by making them directly accessible at your fingertips. So what exactly is a startup? When I talk about a startup, what I mean is an upcoming or a new venture which is focused primarily on two things. First one is providing a unique solution to an existing problem. And the second one is leveraging technology to reach its customer. So the essence of a startup lies in innovation. It is important for us to know the provisions of the legal system supporting the same. What are the laws that need to be followed? Are there any special government schemes available for the startup? Is having a website or an app enough? I'll answer all those questions while I share my journey with you and take you through the challenges that I have faced so that tomorrow, when you decide to think different, you will know which areas to focus on. Now, I come from a family where no one has ever run a business. Yet, since my childhood, I wanted to have a successful business. So this reflected in my decision to pursue an MBA after becoming a CA. So I gave CAT exams, GDPIs, interviews, and I was selected for IIM Lucknow. So when I went to IIM, from the first day itself, there was a mad rush for placement. Everyone was running after a high-paying job. And I also got lost in the same crowd. I managed to get placed on the first day of campus placements itself with Citibank. So then I completed my MBA from IIM Lucknow, and then I joined Citi. The work culture that I saw there was just wonderful. My colleagues were supportive, the work was very challenging, and it was a really high-paying job. Yet the thought that I always had of running my own business came back to me. I felt as if I was missing on something. I kept getting back the thought of doing something of my own, something for the society. I did not want to remain employed anymore. I wanted to generate employment. So I decided to quit my job. And now that decision brought on the difficult part. Even though my parents have always been very supportive, my relatives started questioning my decision. They asked me, why am I quitting when I'm already getting paid so much? Log kya kahenge? What will people say? Why did you take so many degrees when all you had to do was just open a shop? I wanted to answer them that even when I was working, it was not for you. And now that I've decided to quit, it is also for my own satisfaction, not yours. It is my life, right? So then I started discussing a few ideas with a friend. And we were looking to work on an idea which was focused on improving the quality of life for women. So the answer was obviously menstruation. When you talk about menstruating women in India, at that time of the month, she's not allowed to go to the temple and pray, or there are times when she won't be allowed in the kitchen to cook. She's not allowed to wash her hair, she's not supposed to touch pickle, and so on and so forth. Even though there is no particular reason why a woman shouldn't be allowed to do anything during her periods. And this became our main focus at Ilaria. Ilaria, which means happiness, is how we wanted women to feel during their. At Ilaria, we make sanitary pads. And I told you about those relatives, right? As soon as they got to know that what I was doing, their questions stopped. They did not want to discuss anything related to this. It is supposedly such a taboo topic. If you've ever been to a pharmacist to buy sanitary pads, then you'll know what I'm talking about. The pharmacist will give you a really awkward look, take the sanitary pad immediately and rush to find a black poly bag or a newspaper to wrap it up in. As if you're illegally buying a gun or maybe even drugs. This has become so normal in India that people have stopped realizing that it is a problem. But it is a problem and something needed to come up to cure it. So we decided to make our packaging pretty. It has really cute, relaxing graphics on it. If this kind of a box is kept in front of your family or your relative, you won't feel embarrassed. Apart from that, we have given a handle on the top of our boxes for ease of carrying. You can carry it anywhere and you don't need to wrap it up and hide it in your purse. Now, since we decided to make sanitary pads, a huge problem came up, which was menstrual waste. The pads that are available in the market have so much plastic in them that it takes somewhere around 500 to 800 years to decompose. We did not want to do that to our mother nature. So we decided to make plastic-free, eco-friendly pads. Our pads decompose in 6 to 8 months, and we also provide biodegradable disposal bags along with the pads. So to ensure that garbage pickers handling the menstrual waste don't have the risk of infection. Now, as I earlier told you, startup is all about coming up with a unique solution to an existing. So during periods, rashes and itching has become such a common occurrence that it feels like a part and parcel of menstruation, but it's not. These things happen due to the use of pads. These pads use fragrances and bleach. These chemicals are bad. We realized that this problem needed a solution. So we don't use chemicals, we don't use dyes, we don't use fragrances, any of the bad stuff. So the women can have a happy period free of rashes and itching. So now the first part of the research was done. We had the kind of product that we wanted. The next obvious step before commencing operations was to register our startup as a legitimate business. Please be aware that under the startup guidelines, only a private limited company, a partnership firm, or a LLP can be considered as a startup. So we decided to go with a private limited company. Registering a company has become super easy as it has all gone completely digital. To apply for the company registration, the SPICE form needs to be filled and submitted on the MCA portal. These processes are so streamlined that along with your company registration, you also apply for EPF and insurance, and you can even open a bank account. Now, coming to the startup part, the government of India launched a scheme called Startup India in 2016 for the promotion of innovation and startup ecosystem in the country. Registering with this initiative allows you to claim many benefits like tax exemptions that could help you boost your business in its initial stages. Now, let me talk about when you will be eligible to register with this government initiative. First, as I told you, it has to be incorporated as a PLC, a partnership firm, or a LLP. Second point, its incorporation or registration has to be done less than 10 years ago. The turnover for any financial year since incorporation does not have to exceed rupees 100 crores. It has to work towards innovation, development, or improvement of product or processes or services, or it has to have a scalable business model with a high potential of employment generation or wealth creation. And another thing is that entities that were formed by splitting up or reconstruction of a business that were already in existence do not count as a startup. Now the question arises, why go through all the hassle and what's the benefit of registering? First thing is the benefit related to intellectual property rights. These startup patent applications are fast-tracked, so the process is much faster for recognized startups. The second is there is a panel of facilitators who assist in the IP applications. They are responsible for providing general advisory on different IPRs and information on protecting and promoting IPRs in other countries as well. The central government bears the entire fee of the facilitator for any number of patents, trademarks, or designs, and startups only bear the cost of statutory fee payable. Then you get a rebate on filing of application. Startups are provided 80% rebate in filing of patents vis-a-vis other companies. So that brings down the cost from 8,000 rupees to 1,600. And it helps them cut down the cost in their early years. Also, there is a 50% rebate in filing of trademark. So the cost decreases from 10,000 to 5,000. Apart from that, startup has to follow labor and environmental laws, right? So to reduce this regulatory burden on startups so that they can focus on their core business and keep compliance costs low, startups are allowed to self-certify their compliance under 6 labor and 3 environmental laws for a period of 3 to 5 years from the date of incorporation. In respect of 3 environmental laws, units operating under 36 wide category industries. These are published on the website of Central Pollution Control Board. So they do not require clearance under these 3 acts for 3 years. Apart from that, winding up operations is also much easier for startups. They are allowed a faster exit. So MCA has notified startups as fast track firms, enabling them to wind up operations within 90 days, whereas the normal companies are allowed to wind up their operations in 180 days. An insolvency professional shall be appointed for the startup, who shall be in charge of company for liquidating its assets and paying its creditor within 6 months of filing of application in this regard. Apart from that, you get tax exemption for 3 years. These 3 years have to be consecutive, and they are out of 7 years since your incorporation. Another condition is that this startup has to be incorporated from FY 1670 or onwards. Apart from that, there is equity funding for startups. So to provide equity funding support for development and growth of innovation-driven enterprises, the government has set aside a corpus fund of rupees 10,000 crores, and it is managed by SIDBI. The fund is the nature of fund of funds, which means that government participates in the capital of SEBI-registered venture funds who invest twice the amount in startups. And the flow of fund goes something like this. From government, it goes to SIDBI, and from SIDBI to venture capitals, and then it goes to startups. Apart from all these benefits, these startups also get access to free resources. First one being, they have access to a lot of learning and development programs. Then you get to network or connect with people from the startup ecosystem on their portal. Then you get access to the idea bank, whereas government has defined a few problem statements, and you can innovatively think of a solution and generate an idea for a startup. Then you get access to a lot of mentorship programs. So there were a lot of benefits. Now coming to the challenges part. The challenges obviously become specific from startup to startup. So I would like to share the challenges that we have faced at Eladia, so that you can take some learning and probably go ahead. So the first challenge that we faced was finding a good logistic partner. So sorry. Okay. So yeah, as a startup, the number of shipments that you get in the initial months is very, very low. And when you have lesser number of shipments, you don't enjoy corporate rates by courier company. Or even when we get corporate rates, it's usually very high because your volume is less. So obviously, rates will be indirectly proportional. So I'll tell you an example. What happened with us, initially we wanted to send out a few samples, and we packed 5 of our boxes in a corrugated box. Now, one of the leading logistic company quoted us a price of 1,800 rupees to ship it from Ranchi to Bangalore. That's not how much we would be making even by selling all the products in the box. Another one quoted us 850 rupees. And we were like, oh God, how do we ship our product? That was a big challenge. What courier companies do is they take the weight of your corrugated box, or they calculate the weight with the help of your dimension. So whichever is higher, they take that weight. Now, obviously, pads are a very lightweight product, but we pack it in a paper box, so that takes up a lot of space. So it was becoming a problem. So you would want to select a courier agency which is easy on the pocket and also has a good reputation, because you wouldn't want the customer to be dissatisfied with a late delivery. So what we did was we ended up trusting the government and went along with India Post, which has a good reputation, and the pricing wasn't very high. Now, coming to my second challenge was minimizing the cost. As a new organization, we don't enjoy economies of scale, and that makes our product cost very high, which in turn reflects on our pricing. Now, as you all know that India is a really price-sensitive economy, so high prices go against us. How we can overcome this challenge is by building our brand, which brings me to my third challenge. This is the most important one, as it gives us a chance to justify our price. As a startup, you want to invest a lot on market. And when I say the word invest, I don't mean just money, but time and ideas as well. So for example, we wanted our brand to resonate a feeling of pride. A woman should be proud of her womanhood, her menstruation, as it is the reason why mankind exists. So we kept our tagline, Proudly Me, and we ran a campaign a month before our launch. So it ended up hitting the right set of audience. Okay, and now the fourth challenge, which I find the scariest, is unforeseen costs. Even before registering your business, when you're sitting out there making your profit and loss account, looking at your balance sheet, how it should look, you won't be able to foresee so many small costs. These costs add up to a lot and end up taking a hit on your P&L. The only solution I personally feel is learning from others' challenges and keeping a positive frame of mind. This is gonna happen, you cannot change it. So these were the challenges that we faced. There are many more, obviously, but these were the things that I felt like I should share with you. Despite all these challenges that we faced, the support from our customers has been tremendous. And my biggest takeaway has been that if your product is able to capture the need of your customer and you have the right frame of mind, there is nothing that can stop you from becoming big. Speaking about COVID, right now, everybody is sitting at their homes and they want a home delivered product. Everybody, even older generation who was not very comfortable with phones and everything, they also know now how to use internet. Their sons, daughters, grandsons, granddaughters, they are teaching them how to use internet and order stuff. So technology has never been this good. It's at its best right now. Everyone has a 4G phone in their hands. It has never been so easy to reach the customer. And apart from that, our generation is realizing the need of eco-friendly products. They want to do their part in contributing for the environment. All you need to do as a business is come up with a way to fulfill that demand. So before leaving, all I would like to say is that if you have an idea, no matter how small, go ahead and start working on it. Best time to start anything is right now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vanya. We came to know that you're running a very successful startup, but also I liked a lot about your startup is that it is eco-friendly. It looks forward for a pollution-free earth. That is commendable. It was clear from what you said and delivered that believing in your dreams is the only way to reach your destination. You need to be passionate and visionary to reach the goal that you have set for yourself. Thank you. Moving on to our next session on positivity and maintaining work-life balance by Ms. Trapti Gandhi, founder of Ekagra, an organization that helps, guides, supports, motivates all those who seek them in various aspects of life. Maintaining work-life balance to me is like, especially I mean for us females, like a nut. Nut matlab Hindi mein nut, huh? Someone, if you have seen in a circus who's performing on a rope, walking with a stick in her hand, we also have to maintain our balance in our professional lives and personal lives. The stick is the confidence to say no, the time management, setting work hours, making a what to do list or a plan in the morning every day, etc., to maintain that equilibrium. Ms. Trapti Gandhi is an MSc in Counseling and Psychotherapy, an MA in Psychology, PG Diploma in Psychological Counseling, Certificate in Student Counseling and Positive Psychology. She has given wings to her brainchild, Ekagra. She has been always attracted towards science of human behavior, how anybody could react in a particular situation. Though through her venture, she empowers people with the skills to focus on their positive self. She helps people to deal with their life issues and realize the beauty and value of the opportunity life. I would like to welcome Ms. Trapti Gandhi for giving us positive vibes and also the key to maintain work-life balance. Thank you. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much for this opportunity and this platform. Thank you for having me here. As it is said, lucky are those whose passion is their profession. Now, how far we take this is the key. If it is our life, if profession is only the life, there we go wrong sometimes. So, जैसा कहा जाता है, अति सर्वत्र वर्जते. Too much is too bad. It is harmful. So nature tries to balance everything. So should we. and that is my mantra of life. So, what happens? Why we lose this balance? Just if we can pause for a second and feel it for you, what is, as already Manisha already mentioned, what is imbalance is, or rather, she mentioned what is balance for her. So, if we can just visualize what is imbalance, how it creates stress in our life, क्या होता है उस समय में? Their life is so stressful, demanding. There's no joy. There is no satisfaction in whatever we do. We are just running and ultimately coming back home with nothing in our hand. So this circus, whatever we say, why this thing is there in our life? Actually, we are all charged guilty with a crime. Why I say so? We are charged with say you can say your favoritism, because of the favoritism, because of the selective behavior, because of showing partiality, you are charged with this crime. What is the charge sheet? Why favoritism I'm talking about? Why this favoritism we do actually? There are 8 dimensions of life. As Pramod ji already mentioned, it is not only work, it is not only personal life. There is so much beyond this. There is a social dimension, there is a spiritual dimension, there is environmental dimension, there is emotional dimension, there is you can say intellectual dimension, occupational dimension, financial dimension. All these 8 dimensions need to work in harmony. Then only we can achieve balance. होता क्या है? As parents, we feel कि हमारा बच्चा healthy हो, physically healthy हो, and get the best education. And when we grow up, when the child grows up, all they want is best job, best paying job, basically. And we keep running for it. क्या होता है? As Vani already said, कि वो रेस पहले ही साल से निकल पड़ी थी कि कैसे हमें वो बेस्ट जॉब मिले, कैसे हाईएस्ट पेड एम्प्लॉय हम लोग बने. तो इस चक्कर में व्हाट वी आर मिसिंग, समटाइम्स द एजुकेशन पार्ट और द हेल्थ पार्ट इज ऑल्सो लॉस्ट इन दैट. वी फॉरगेट अबाउट द हेल्थ, वी फॉरगेट अबाउट लर्निंग एटीट्यूड. What remains is only occupation and finances. Are we actually satisfied in this selective behavior, in this favoritism attitude? No, we can never be, because all these 8 dimensions need to work in harmony. If it is not, then we are always fighting, struggling, unsatisfied, unhappy. All these things happen. कई बार ऐसा होता है कि when we call someone, they are workaholic, they feel good. Yeah, we are workaholic, we do good. It's not a compliment, sorry to say that. It is a signal that there is a imbalance, somewhere imbalance. What drives this imbalance? Let us understand this. To create, to bring in, to talk about this work-life balance, first we need to understand what makes this, what creates, what drives this imbalance. कितना भी हम चाहें, but sometimes our ambitions, how it turns into greed, we are unaware of that. We keep on running, we miss out on our purpose, meaning of life, spiritual wellness, we forget. For what we are doing, we just run. Sometimes we, society expects so much from us. Oh, they are at that stage. They are earning so much. They put pressure. Oh, she is doing so good. He is doing so good. And that pressure is created for us to do more, to achieve more, forgetting what is in there for me as a whole. And we just focus on one dimension. We keep on doing to please society. We keep on doing things to make feel ourselves good because society is happy. People are happy that we are reaching to some position. Then there is demanding life. There is desperation for perfection. We all want this कि हाँ कुछ चीज हो रही है तो अच्छे से हो. It should be perfect. But in that perfection, are we not missing out on opportunities? When we are focused too much on something, there are lot many things around us which we miss looking at. When it comes to demanding lifestyle, today's situation is horrible. Too much demanding. People who are not using technology earlier had to shift into this mode to earn, to survive. Even students, they were asked not to touch laptops or mobiles earlier. They are asked to sit on laptops for 8 hours. Life is when so much demanding, that pressure is created, we forget ourselves. In this pressure, we just forget ourselves how to adapt to new things, how to creatively do something. We are missing out on this. Sometimes it happens that office politics, there is so much we need to manage emotionally. We need to unnecessarily compete with things which is actually not required. But when we come home, all these things, uska itna zyada ho gaya, we are not able to do that. Uska break even itne samay mein ho gaya, why we are not able to do it? Let's do that. And forgetting that the time which is for your personal activities, you are investing same time in your work, missing out on that. And there is a job satisfaction, as Vanya said. She took a job, highest paid job. She could have been happy, but something she was missing because that passion was missing. What she liked doing at least. अगर वो उसमें continue करती, तो definitely she wouldn't have been happy. The smile what she has now wouldn't have been there. So that passion is required. When you do something, that passion is there. You should feel that life inside. Whatever you do, work-life balance is nothing but feeling life in everything you do. So Vanya could achieve this by working through a passion. All she needs to take care is maintaining all the 8 dimensions of life. Then there is coping mechanism, coping skills which one should have. Let's talk about that. What happens? Why we are not able to maintain that work-life balance? Why we get disturbed? Why we get lost? Why we get perturbed? Why we get stressed? Why we feel shy to say that I'm not able to cope up? I'm not able to tell what is happening. I'm not able to come out. When everybody is doing good, why should I complain? I cannot complain. What happens? What makes you just get up, drag yourself every morning and go to the same place where you don't like, or come back home fearing, oh, so much is left, so much I have to do? What is that? What is that we are missing? We need to focus on that. Suppose we take this first dimension, emotional dimension. What happens? If we are missing out on focusing all this 8 dimension, let us go one by one to understand what happens, what we miss out on. Suppose we are not, our focus, as I said, parents want physical health or the best education. Then later we are looking at the best job and the best, highest paid salary. This 4 dimension we are focusing on. And finally, only 2 are left. What about other 4? So let us take up other 4. How it works, how it helps you in maintaining that balance. When we talk of emotional intelligence or emotional balance or emotional part of your life, how it helps? It helps you to be aware of yourself, what you feel, how you feel, what you want, how you can manage yourself. Because every emotion has a message to deliver. If you're fighting with your own emotion, you're stuck in that loop. You're not able to move forward. If you're in your office and there is a pressure, there is a challenge, and you are struggling with your emotion, how are you going to focus on the challenges? How are you going to fight with the competition? How are you going to achieve your target if you're stuck in your emotions? Unless you understand that every emotion comes with a message so that you can work on it. Do you have that ability to manage yourself? Are you able to expect right from people? Do you have that empathy to understand what the other person needs? Or you are doing your own way? Or you are doing things what people want you to do? You are not playing with your strengths. but just to please others or what others want you to do. You're just stuck in that situation. So understanding yourself, self-awareness, self-motivation, and management of your own emotions is very important apart from relationship management. Positive thinking. These things are so much important in our day-to-day life. Stress management, everything is so important. And if you're not focusing on your emotional intelligence, if you're busy just earning or working and coming back home, sleeping, again eating and going back to office, how do you think you can make your life easier? It definitely becomes difficult. Then, yes, we do have little bit of this environmental sense right now, planting trees because atmosphere should be good. And COVID times have explained us very well what happens. Fresh air, we need sun, we need fresh air, clean water, hygiene, the greenery to feel fresh, staying in home. We now understand the importance of how it is like to go out and create that conducive environment to grow and feel good about everything. The life, actual life out there. Are we focusing on that? Then there is spiritual development, spiritual wellness, what I want to take up is. Unless you are aware what you want from life, definitely every day you are getting up, you are getting ready, you are going to office, doing your work and coming back. I asked my husband one day, tell me, why do you go to office? What do you get? He said, yes, to earn. Definitely, I have to feed, I have to manage. This is my purpose. So, yes, definitely you like to protect someone, but what is in there for you? What do you want actually? What makes you jump out of the bed? What gives you meaning in life? Are we all aware of that? Do we think about it? Do we focus on that area? No, we never do that. Purpose, I mean, very few of us do that. And Vanya, as she said again, since she said, I had some purpose in my mind and I wanted to do that. I wanted to do something for society. She has, and I'm sure definitely whenever she wakes up in the morning and she's fully charged up with energy to think new ideas, to come up with new creative ways to do things. Don't you think, Vanya, you do that? And this is just because that makes wonderful, that living makes so good and wonderful because you have clarity what you want from life, what life means to you, and hence your work becomes life eventually. And then there is a social thing. We get so busy in our own little home, we forget to interact. We forget to interact with each other. We don't know what everybody, each of one of us want, they feel. What is the pain points? What are the happy moments, small happy moment? Just buying something very, very costly, I mean, very precious, it's not precious for you. I mean, it's not important. Just 5 minutes of communication, one-to-one communication is enough compared to any expensive thing. So do we have that? Do we create that secured environment for ourselves, that support system when things go wrong? Nothing could have taught us better than this COVID period. When we are not able to go out, when we are not able to do anything, and people are like on, without fearing anything, they are giving support to each other. We are without any connection, without anything, they are coming out in help of each other. Have we created this for ourselves? Have we created the safe environment where we can speak freely that I don't like this, I like this is my boundary? Have we created this safe environment for ourselves? It is very important to express ourselves. We are all human beings, social animal. We are all part of puzzle, piece of puzzle. We are incomplete unless we meet, we connect with each other. Each one of us have a perspective. I have something to say, you have something to say. When these things are combined, then the total information, I mean, that completes, it makes sense basically. So my point is, when we are living in society, there has to be some connection. And when we forget, when we are just running to cater to somebody's demand, that corporate, yes, corporate will, when they are paying, they will extract whatever you have, the best possible way. If you are in business, you will try to maximize your profits, because you are investing your time, you're investing your money. But in that process, if we miss out on other domains, other areas, dimension of life, we are never going to be. We will keep struggling. So before I finish, I just want to say something. Never outsource your happiness, or never give control to others. Don't let people decide what you should be doing or what you want. You decide what you want in your life. You decide your boundaries. You decide your meaning in life, your purpose in life. You will be definitely happy and satisfied. Second point is, have a balanced planning. In the sense, just a little example I would give you. When my daughters were very, very small, young, so I asked my daughters to plan out their day. So my elder one wrote कि इतनी बजे से इतनी बजे ये करना है, 10 to 11 this, 11 to 12 this, and like small kids do, without, I mean, they miss out on traveling time, they miss out on getting ready time. It's homework इतने से इतने में हो जाएगा ये सब कुछ. So she did, and I said, what about the planning thing? कि इतने कम समय में तुम इतनी सारी चीजें कर लोगे? Yes, I will do it. And my younger one was smarter. When I asked her why you did not plan for your day, जब मैं बड़ी हो जाऊंगी ना, I will do this. I will work hard and I will get this and I will do this. So her planning was कि बाद में, we all do like this. कि या तो अपने लिए इतना फटाफट में प्लान करने का सोचेंगे जो कि पॉसिबल ही नहीं होगा, कि एक दिन में we'll socialize also, we will look after our physical health also, we will take care of our spiritual, reflection, me time also, we will take care of our whatever other areas, either environmental or occupation or finances. We'll plan everything in a day, which is actually not possible. Or we'll say, हाँ जब ये हो जाएगा ना, then I will do it. Once my younger one will pass out with college, then I will have time, then I will do it. Balance it. Plan in such a way so that you can talk about each, you can put focus on each domain at least once. You can reflect what you miss in your life so that you can work on it. Just don't leave it for later, or don't try to do too much in a day so that आपको वापस छोड़ देना पड़े. So plan it out like that. Then small investment every day in every dimension is important. चाहे socialize के लिए just a little phone call for 5 minutes to create that safe zone. Just 5 minutes of communication with your children or with your parents or whatever, heart-to-heart communication, that makes a lot of difference. You don't have to buy, you don't have to spend much and buy something expensive for that. It's just creating that trust, that bond, that strong communication system among yourself is what we all need. Then fourth one is engage meaningfully. Just like when you go out and someone say, how do you manage these things? How do you manage work? How do you manage personal life? Acha, do one thing. You Saturday, Sunday, you do like this. Monday, Tuesday, you do like this. Wednesday, Thursday, you do like this. People will guide you, but you know yourself better. I may give hundreds of tips. I don't know your purpose in life. I don't know which dimension you need to work more. You may be very good in emotional dimension, but less in financial. Wherever you feel the need is, you know better. Reflect every day which is the area that needs your attention. Plan out, and don't plan which you have to leave, as I said, don't leave it for later. Plan out and focus in each area. Only money will not help you. it will not buy you happiness, it will not buy you relationship, it will not buy you intelligence, it will not do any good. Actually, it will not do any good. Have the attitude, learner's attitude, where you can experience your learning every day. Everything is changing. Every day we have something different in our lives. Have that learner's attitude. And this is what gives satisfaction in life. So maintaining work-life balance is not difficult. It just needs awareness, attitude, and skills. Awareness that it is not just about two things in our life. It is about so many things together. Attitude is your challenge, your आपकी जो चाह है काम करने की उस चीज़ों पे. And skills in all these areas, being emotionally intelligent, socially intelligent, your IQ, your CA, I should not say all the CAs financially intelligent, I cannot say that. But looking out in every sector, every area is very, very important. So don't miss out on this important area, and please live happily, purposefully, and meaningfully.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for that interesting things, the way we should plan our lives and how should we go about it. Actually, everyone could have been related to your talk today, because some things we are actually missing in life, and we are there's so much competition nowadays that we are just running and running. We even don't know after what we are running and why we have so much stress in our life. We need to settle down, think about what you told today, and resolve our issues in a simple manner. We should manage our emotions. We should do what gives us a kick. Communicate with our friend or our partner. Set priorities in our life. कहने को है कि खुशी हो या परेशानी, हालात से कम ख्यालात से ज़्यादा होती है. Thank you. Now I'd like to invite CA Pechi Thangawel, a senior partner in Pechi and Associates, Chennai. She was the first rank holder in her college during graduation, cleared her chartered accountancy in 2007. All examinations were cleared in first attempt. She's a qualified insolvency professional, a lawyer too. She was initially working with Deloitte Haskins & Sells as manager international taxation, and later she opened her CA firm, Pechi and Associates. She has received various awards: High Achievement Award from a college in Madurai, Successful Chartered Accountant Award from past president of ICAI, Padma Shri CA T.N. Manoharan, Lifetime Achiever Award for Social Contribution from NMCT Kovai. She is a resource person in ICAI for direct taxes, faculty of GMCS and direct taxes in Chennai. She is an all-rounder and has secured prizes in fields of sports, elocution, drama, arts, and other activities. With these words, I would like to request CA Pechi Thangawel to deliberate her own success story. Over to you, Pechi.
Thank you, ma'am. Shall I share the screen? I have a PPT.
Yes, ma'am, you can do that with screen share.
Is it visible?
No. Yes, ma'am, it's visible now.
Good afternoon to all. First of all, I would like to thank the Kemisha Soni madam for giving me this great opportunity to speak with you all on a topic: requisite skill set for being successful. Actually, successful people always have two things on their life: smile and silence. But behind the screen, there will be a lot of difficulties. Success is not a defined a particular person. Each person who uses the opportunity that comes his way is success. Actually, there are a lot of soft skills are required for success. As a chartered accountant, we all possess these qualities. So I'm not going to touch upon these things. So the first secret to success is believing in yourself. Of course, she believed she could, so she did it. None other than my mother. She believed that I can come up in life. That's the reason all the obstacles I have turned into a stepping stone for my success. Right from the day one, I started the journey in the CA course till date. Every day we used to see a lot of obstacles, but the way how my mom has taught me, she said that always we should not see anything as obstacles. You have to see that as an opportunity. So, my magical quote is hard work and prayers will bring sure success. To start the session, I am going to quote 3 magical words, that is, do everything with passion, honor your inner child, preserve your mental health. These are all the 3 things which I am going to tell you by my stories. So whatever the things you do, you have to do it with passion. No one will come and push you. You go. It's ourselves. We do it for ourselves. Everything, even a small things, I will do it with passion. When I was a CE student, from a village, when I came to the city, metropolitan city, Chennai, I saw the stage. I admire to be on the stage. It's my passion, but I've taken a step for that. I don't have any facility of getting trained myself to be in a stage. It's on my own. That passion driven me to be on a stage. On the next year, within 1 year, I was being a paper presenter in Nagpur. So when I was presenting the paper, my only aim is to be in the stage. But God has accoladed me with something which I never expected, that I have won the best paper presenter award. So when I was preparing for the presentation, the language fluency, the fear of stage, everything, every obstacles, I never seen it as an obstacle. I used that opportunity. Very small things, little things. If you give importance to that, that will take you to the excellence. Excellent, it's not a skill set. It's all about your attitude. Whatever we do, if we do it with passion and positive attitude, that will lead to a very good result. It's will, not the skill. Always I believe. When I was dreaming to be in the stage, I don't have that skill set, but it's my will made me to be the one among the others, and made me to win the best paper presenter award. And the second one is, whatever your inner heart says, your inner child, you have to give preference to that. Honor your inner child by losing yourself in simple pleasure. Because I have seen many chartered accountants are having a lot of stress in their mind. They always used to have, I'm tight schedule, I'm running out of time, like this, that, but they never have a time to be happy to report that my inner child, I have to listen to that. When you listen to your inner child, it will give you a lot of success for you. So when I had a will to do my passion, when they announced me that you got a best paper presenter award, I have not achieved anything in the CA except multiple attempts when I was doing articleship. That first success in my CA career is the best paper presenter award when I got it in the 17th All India Conference in Nagpur in 2004. That time I rushed to the stage. It was very little thing, but my inner child says that, see, this is your first recognition you are getting. Why can't you make your mom to come and get it? Everyone, you will feel like that, but you won't listen to the inner feel. But I listened to my inner feel. and I requested the dignitaries, can you please give this award to my mother? They are so happy that, yeah, of course, we are ready to give. So, what happened, my mother received that award on my behalf. It's only my willpower to present the paper made me to achieve the Best Paper Presenter Award. But I honored my inner child, for which I used the platform, very, very simple thing, but I used the platform and I made my mother to be very happy, which made me to be a blessed child of her. And I always feel that if I could say that after achieving CA, I will take my mom to the stage, then it would be a dream for me, because before I could complete the CA, I lost her. I just really love my mom like anything. She was an example for a great lady, a iron lady. She worked hard for more than 12 hours a day. She woke up early in the morning at 4 o'clock. She go to the market, she buy all the vegetables. She sell it in the roadside till late evening. Many days we never know when we had our food, because late night she come and cook and feed us. So the moment when I was in the stage, my thought process was, see Pechi, every time your mom was sitting and everyone is standing and getting the vegetable, this is a place where everyone would see your mom. So that thought process I gave the importance, and my mother was received the award from the Minister of Nagpur. So that moment, that is my success point where it started the journey. Success is not about what you have achieved in past, but success is about what you're achieving in present. This code I learned after completing CA when I was comfortably in Big Four. Yeah, we achieved. Yeah, everything in my life come to an comfortable position. Yeah, let me enjoy this. But again, one stone has been thrown on me. Someone is asking me, what you have achieved? Nothing. But for you, why this much of they are appreciating you? That made me to realize that no. Still, I'm just telling to myself, Pechi, you have not achieved anything. Still a long way to go. That only making me to go ahead in the present situation. Whatever I plan, I just do it. When I was entering into the Big Four, I was telling to my friends, see, my passion is to do my practice. But let me, for the few years, let me have the financial strength. For that, I'm going for this Big Four. I go for a job for 2-3 years or 5 years. Then I will definitely do my practice. They laughed at me. And they said, okay. After 6 years, when I was telling to them, see, I just want to do my practice, they said, are you a fool? You are having a very comfortable life. Every month, last day, your bank account is be credited with some few lakhs. Why you want to take a pressure, Pechi? That time I said, I want to pursue my passion, because always we have to do what we love to do, not just for getting comfortable things. I won't run. And the mental health is very, very important. When coming to the practice, really it's a very tough time for the first 2-3 years. It's really very hard time, because it's easy to say that, yeah, I can come, I will show up, but I can't express in words. But the only thing is, what I have been is, I never look back. I have taken a decision. Let me proceed further. Let me tackle it. I have a few procedures which I never and ever compromise on those things. And I was just going behind that values. I just moving forward, and God's blessing. It's 7 years of practice is completed, successful completion. So always what we will do, we will be taking care of everyone, but we don't give preference to us. It's not that we do all all work. We take care of the family, we take care of the kids, we take care of the office work, everything. But time for yourself. It doesn't mean that it's me first. It means me too. It's not about taking 2 or 3 hours of time and spending in WhatsApp, Facebook. It's irrelevant. Spend time for your own purpose is very important. Your inner happiness is very important. People are asking, you have a practice, but you do go for awareness program. You do go to the rural places and go and tell to the government school that you can achieve. If I can achieve, you can achieve. Like that, you are doing what you are getting it back. Yeah. When I was going to those places, I never get reimbursement of any travel because really I love the ICA unconditional love on my ICA because it has given me the high position in this society and I'm getting good paid off. So for small things, I never bother about that. One man asked me, "What you are getting? You are spending your time. You are going and you are going and making speeches to thousands and thousands of students. Is it what?" I said, "Sir, I don't know what I'm doing, but when I'm doing this, I'm very happy. I'm very happy what I'm doing. So I'm doing." Last January, when some boy rang up me and said that, "Mommy, do you remember me?" I said, "What?" "I'm from this village. After many attempts, I'm a government school boy. I'm a Tamil medium guy, and I have passed this CA course after 12 attempts of CA final. Now I'm a chartered accountant. Still, I remember your speech, ma'am. That gave me the confidence to take this course forward." That moment is like I was getting crores and crores of rupees like that. I was feeling very happy. That inner happiness is very, very important for everyone. Woman, we need to take care of our mental health. When you are happy, then you will make the entire family happy. When you are in a good mood, the food will be very tasty, very tasty. But on the taste of the food itself, they can understand whether we are in a good mood or how we are. Like that, if it is very spicy, the child would understand that mom was very angry like that. So when we take care of ourselves, we need to have a time for ourselves. It's not about spending time with family, everything. We need to have our own time with our friends, whatever the things. If you like singing, you sing. If you like helping others, you just help. I just love the nature and animals. When we are going in some places, if I buy some vegetables, if some cow is coming or some animals, dogs coming, I never bother about any persons around me. I never bother about anyone what they are going to say me if I go and feed it. I just go, I'll feed and I come. Like that, we have to do whatever. My mantra is I do everything with passion and I always give. I honor my inner child and I take care of my inner child very well and also I give time for my mental strength. During this corona, people might be telling that it's very fearful. Let me tell you one thing. This our attitude makes a lot of difference, not only for our life. During this corona also, our attitude makes a lot of difference. There is no virus in this world more dangerous than fear. Because this fear, because nothing in this world can bother us as much as your mind can. So our mental strength is very, very important during this corona period. Even during this corona period, everyone was saying that you need to be very careful. You have to, yes, of course, we need to take all precautionary measures, everything. But let us see this in a different perspective. I to spread the positiveness, I wrote some poem both in our mother tongue Tamil and in English, and I did some small video. I don't know whether it is going to make any difference or not, but trying to do something, trying to bring some change in the society is very, very important for me. And Another thing is we need to be when being a chartered accountant. My humble request to each one of you is spend quality time for yourself, women members. I have seen many of my CA friends. They just bothering about work stress, everything, family, everything, but they never spend time for themselves. My very humble request is please spend time with your friends. Please do what you love most, because we are just living for everyone. We have to live for ourselves for some time, at least yeah, an hour a day or an hour a week at least. An hour a week at least, I am telling you that, because I have seen many women members, even they come to the program for celebration, they just bother about their kids. I don't know what she's doing. I left that child in my house under the control of my mother-in-law. I don't know how she whether she has eaten or not. Yes, of course, we have to take care of our family. We have to take care of our career, everything. Apart from that, we need to take care of ourselves. That is very important. And before the things, I just want to highlight few things. Even in my class, even in the CP seminars, during the technical session, I used to take 5 minutes of time to say something which is very important at the present situation. Earlier, I used to give some other tips. Now, this is very important. See, we are under second wave of corona. I'm not going to speak about corona. This is all about basic requirements of our life is food, water, and air. Men can live without food for 40 days. That is the reason food adulteration has been reduced our lifespan, but we have not much bothered about that. But thanks to this corona period, because this made us to realize our traditional food is very important, and it's miraculous that salt and turmeric has turned into a life-saving elixir. COVID-19 convinced us to eat our traditional food. It's a good thing. Man can live without water for 3 days. I just want to tell you one story. This is not a cooked up story or heard story. This story, I have seen it. When I was studying in college 2000, when I see the water packet, I laughed at it. What is this? Drinking water in packet. This is very funny thing. But see the journey, now in 2020, everywhere this small water packet journey has occupied the entire world with mineral water. The natural drinking water, what we got it from the tap is really, it has a lot of mineral. But what we are having as a mineral water is always a questionable. I don't want to comment on that. This has also not much affected us because men can live without water for 3 days. Men can live without water for 3 days. But the alarming fact is everyone is much worried about when this COVID-19 is coming to an end. It's almost 1.5 years has passed. When like that we are all bothering. But the death rate is 10%. The overall death rate is below 10%. But the issue which I am going to tell you now, that death rate will be very higher. It would be more than 99%. I don't want to tell it as 100%. When it's during February, when I was seeing the AQI level for Delhi, it is 221. That is, the air was very harmful. In Chennai, it was 98, which is moderate. But this is transforming into unhealthy air in a great speed. Today, the air pollution level in Delhi is very low, less than 100, and which is moderate in Chennai. During COVID times, the nature has taken its own medicine to cure, but human beings are suffering because we need to take one serious steps to because I'm much worried. I know the journey of water packet. Now I'm seeing the journey it started its journey. Now the oxygen packets have been introduced. There is a spa has been introduced. in your area, it's not in other countries. It is in our own India. It's in Delhi. It's in Chennai. Everywhere it started. It's commercial. The pure oxygen which we getting free of cost is turning into a commercial product. What will happen in 2030? Wearing a mask, it's unimaginable, but past 1.5 years experience made us to wear mask and go everywhere, and we are having virtual meetings, and we just managing these issues. But is it possible for us to take a cylinder with us everywhere? Yes, we have to make awareness. Of course, I know it very well that our ICA is taking all measures to save the nature by Go Green initiative, CSR activities. So we need to create awareness among everyone. The only solution for the air pollution is planting of trees, and we need to save nature. As a chartered accountant, we all have the privilege to say that we are the partner in nation building. Yes, of course, as a good human being, let us all have the privilege to say that we are the nature's partner in nature's building. And there was a research by one man, Balasubramaniam Frichi. Banyan tree and bamboo tree give lots and lots of oxygen for 24/7, but we can't plant this tree because it is a very big tree. We don't have space. We are living in an apartment. If there is a will, there is a way. Tulsi plant. This small little plant gives equivalent amount of oxygen which is produced by this banyan tree and bamboo tree. My humble request to everyone, please have a Tulsi plant. This will protect your house. This small change will definitely bring a very big movement within our country. And whenever you go to your friend's house, please give this small Tulsi plant so that they can be happy, because people think that it is a lucky plant. Actually, it is a very good plant. It will give you the 24/7, only the oxygen, and it will keep your house full of good air. So this is very, very important. Always the nature's free gift is always a good one. It cannot be. When my oxy level went down, I have not gone for the hospital. I just went near the neem tree and I said, I like you. I know that you will give me the good oxygen. Please, my oxy level is down. It might be a crazy thing, but the nature has that power. And immediately within 10 minutes, my oxy level went to 98. That's the power of nature. Just love the nature and let's save the nature. Before I conclude, success doesn't come in your comfort zone. When you're burning yourself with hard work, fuel yourself with optimism, you will turn yourself as a diamond which smiles with pride and success. Never lose the kit in you. Don't wait for opportunity. Always, we have to create the opportunity. Every small thing, do it with passion. You will achieve. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. The ability to triumph begins with you always. It is indeed with this simple faith in me and in the power of God, I have charted my career so far and I will go ahead. Thanks for this golden opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Pechi. It was quite evident from your story that there is no limit to what you can accomplish. All you need is the passion to go and get it. Also, you get what you focus on. So focus on what you want actually in life. You are taking GMCS classes. I think it will be a great inspiration to the children to hear about your hard work, your struggle. Because what I feel these days, children are actually lacking in those things. They don't know what struggle is, what hard work is. Seeing your journey, they would be inspired a lot. Thank you. मुझे आज एक बात समझ में आई इस सेशन के बाद कि हमें एक जिंदगी मिली है दोस्तों, इसे जी भर कर जियो, खुल कर जियो. It was a wonderful, interesting afternoon listening to our knowledgeable speakers. You all connected so well with the audience and the participants today. However, there are some
मेरे को
questions.
मेरे को मेरे को एक चीज पूछनी थी पेची से.
हाँ,
Pechi,
हाँ, बोलिए ना.
how much is your experience after qualification of CA? After being qualified as a CA?
14 years, 15 years, sir.
She qualified in 2007.
ओके. ये बड़ा इशू रहता है कि समझ में नहीं आता फीमेल्स में क्या एज होगी.
I am 40 plus, sir.
In that way, thank you for coming.
so, okay, my whole questions are answered.
I have also one question to Pechi regarding that ki how you have set up your practice. So in I think few sentences if you can share about that. Ki after like in Big Four and then you have your own office. So about that we would also like to hear about that. Ki how you have started that your practice.
Shall I tell now, ma'am?
Yeah. And next
I-
questions request Manisha ji. After that, please take up all other queries. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. It's very hard process only, ma'am. After because I don't have any background. Every client is my marketing person, ma'am. Even a small client, I never accept all the clients comes to me in the beginning stage itself. If I'm okay with that client only, I will accept them, ma'am. And I do the best. Even a small little things, I do the best. Starting from now, I have around 10 corporates with me. But it's all started its journey. When I was incorporating, I tell to them, see, I will walk along with you. I will not insist on the fees. But when you are growing, you have to take care of me. I'm ready to work along with them. And really, when we are sincere to them, they are very sincere to us, ma'am. One of my client, I in the beginning, I have charged around 20,000 only for all the works, but I did extremely every day. I go to them, I sit with them, I set up all the procedures, everything. After 3 years, no, when they are growing, he was just coming and saying that add 10 next to your fees. So here the thing I want to tell to the youngsters is we should have the patience, ma'am. We should not see immediately I have to get money. It's all about we have to give the service, we have to satisfy them over a period that that relationship will be with us forever, ma'am. That is what I learned it from that. So never focusing on the things, giving the best service. And one more thing is, everyone said that coming to the practice, you can't do a international practice. You can't get it like a Big Four work and all. But it's a thing that how we make it up. I said the area which is not addressed by many says I don't want to do a traditional practice. I do search cases, I do FEMA issues, RBI issues, international tax. For those things, my friends are coming with me, ma'am. They are asking transfer pricing, Pechi, you are doing transfer pricing, why can't you? Like that. When we have a special walk with us, we can get the things. It's not about no, you are in Big Four and coming here. The same quality. I worked with. I did my articleship with a very small firm. I worked with mid-sized firm, and I employed with Big Four. I just want my practice to be combination of everything, ma'am. You are actually the good service being rendered by the medium-sized practitioners. The only missing thing is they will not do the working papers. They won't make that. They do. They call and 1 hour they will speak with the client, but they won't spend 10 minutes of time that so and so we have spoken. These are all the things we have given. Like that, they won't send a mail. That working paper and recording of what we are doing is very, very important. That is what a mismatch between the Big Four and a mid-sized practitioner. There I match it, ma'am. I do give the quality service like how the mid-sized practitioner gives, and I do documentation like a Big Four. That made me to be going in a right way, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, Pechi. Over to Manisha ji.
Yeah, there's certain questions asked by the participants of today's webinar. I'd like to put forward one question to Vanya. How to overcome the pressure of pandemic between the juggle of making the choice of doing a job or a business?
Okay. So see, pandemic itself is creating a lot of pressure. When you turn on your TV or open Facebook, Instagram, whatever, it's covered by news related to coronavirus. So whether to do a job or a business, this has to be a decision that makes you happy. There has to be some part of your life which will make you happy, right? Because the situation is such that nothing else is going to make you happy. So I wouldn't recommend working in a job or taking up a business. You have to think, you have to jot down all the pros and cons, and obviously you have to think how you will manage the money and everything in the initial years when you start a business. So after taking all the things in consideration, do what makes you happy. Yeah.
Yes, do what you're passionate about. Thank you so much. Another question for Trapti ma'am. Please advise on emotional intelligence and anger management. Some tips for professional and personal growth. How can we manage our anger? Ma'am, you are on mute. Kindly unmute yourself.
I'm sorry. Thank you so much for this question. So, emotional intelligence, as we all know, understanding our own self, our own emotion. By understanding our own self means what we feel every day. Every emotion has a purpose. Fear should not be discarded. Sadness should not be discarded. Anger should not be discarded. They're all neutral. They're all neutral till the time we add thoughts to it. Thoughts which are negative. When we add these thoughts to our emotion, then it takes us to the wrong direction. So idea is to understand what we feel every day, why we feel, what is the source of that feeling, and how we behave according to our feeling. Does it give the right thing, effect? Whatever we need, what is our need, based on our needs, do we have that effect? If we are aware of all this, if we are aware of the message every emotion has to give us and act accordingly, whatever our behavior is, does it impact in a wrong way for others and for my own self? Am I doing right for others as well? I need to be empathetic. I need to create that relationship with my environment and need to get motivated to do something good. Suppose with example, if I want to explain, today in this pandemic situation, every one of us are in fearful situation. Now, there are two ways people are handling this fear. If there is a thought कि सब कुछ खत्म हो जाएगा, सब खत्म हो रहा है, ऐसी सिचुएशन में या तो मैं डर के घर में बैठूं, दूसरी सिचुएशन है अब मरना तो है ही, चलो जो करना है करते हैं, बाहर निकलते हैं. ऐसी सिचुएशन में मैं बाहर निकलूं. My idea of balance is silence and violence both are fool's choice. Silence and violence both are fool's choice. Why I say so? Because fear has something to offer, some message to offer. Fear just reminds you that there is a risk. All you need to do is take precautions based on those information. What is the risk? What you can do? Plan yourself accordingly. Plan your activities accordingly and then move ahead. Just don't blindly go and जाके भिड़ जाओ. जैसे anger का हुआ. Anger is not bad. It just gives you message that someone has created some obstruction in front of you. You don't have to just go and lash, मतलब उसको जाके डांट के मार के पीट के नहीं आना है. ना ही अपने एंगर को अपने अंदर दबा के रखना है. All you have to do it, use that information constructively and just try to break that barrier for yourself. Suppose someone says you don't know what you're speaking. Okay, I can take it as a motivation. Find out where I lack. I need not just say, how dare you say this to me, and you don't know anything, or I just sulk inside and feel bad about it, the silence type of anger. All I need to do is I need to motivate myself what all things I need and remove that barrier what has been created for me. Either I need to express assertively or I need to express myself in a right direction. Every emotion has a meaning. Just understand that message. Find out what is your need and are you acting based on your need. All we need to understand. I hope I'm able to explain myself.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, ma'am. Another question for you again is what if we fail in our passion when we put it in profession? How do we explain life then?
Right. So, first of all, passion मतलब आपका clarity, purpose. Passion मतलब बस मुझे ये करना अच्छा लगता है. Is it for you? Do you have a purpose with the passion? Is it just you're doing something just because you like doing that, or purpose is attached, or a meaning is attached to your passion? I may like dancing, but if I'm not able to make myself happy by dancing, I just like steps. I just like moving on beats. But is there a purpose behind it? Do I create that life inside? Now coming to this failure part. Suppose you fail. How do you see failure? Failure as a lesson or failure as a failure? Failure is just a step forward. It is pulling you back. It is teaching you something that you have missed focusing on, which you have missed focusing on. Suppose I have taken up something and let me take my example. I started, I have done my first master's in one subject and moved to second master thinking that it will give me pleasure. I will practice into clinical psychology. I will practice into this treatment area. Invested my time in that. Later I could have felt, oh, I did not like this. I've wasted this. It's a failure for me. So many years I've wasted. I came back, understood that my passion is in prevention sector. I feel bad seeing people in misery. My purpose in life is to not to let them go there. I started working in prevention sector. So I did not see those years as failure. I just saw that experience gave me so much to learn. And from there I can move forward. It gave me confidence that yes, this is the area which I need to work. So failure is not wrong. Whatever you are doing, at least you get some knowledge, some lessons from them, and you can move ahead based on that. And CAs should definitely not have this doubt because उनसे ज़्यादा तो कोई नहीं जान पाता इस चीज़ को कि कितनी मुश्किल से वो I'm sorry, I'm not able to pronounce it. Pachi said, after so many attempts, see, look how failure looks. It looks so beautiful. It looks so successful. It looks so, after so many attempts, if she can reach to, because it has given her so much confidence, so much learning, so much passion to go forward and not feel bad about anything, what she cannot do and what she should do, what people are telling her to do. She knows her way. She needs to move forward in that direction. Nothing can stop when you're clear in your mind.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. A question for Pechi, ma'am. How can we manage work after marriage and live after and also continue after maternity? How do we start? If we are not even practicing, then how can we work on anything else?
So marriage, it's a work-life balance which Tripti ma'am was telling that. It's all about what importance we give we have to go for employment, our practice. It's based on our passion. And when you are going to work, you should not think about your family. When you are coming back to your home, you should not think about your employment. Here, they are not, the people are messed up with both the things. When they go for the office, they think about the home. Oh my God, I left this. I have to do this work, that work. When you are coming to their house, they might think that, tomorrow I have to, the deadline is there. I have to complete the work. So the thing is, how we leave our chapel outside the house, we have to leave all the work, worries, everything outside. The same way when you are going into the office, when you are taking the laptop, you should focus only on the work. It's a thing that time management. The same way when your child is there, of course, we need to take care of the child. But since you want to simultaneously take care of the things, if you are going for employment, you can afford to pay some amount to the servant. For that time, fully you have to involve in the work and come back and take care of the kids after you come. Like that only we can do that.
I think, Kamisha ma'am, you can answer this question, that what are the other opportunities if a married woman cannot do full-time practice, and what she can do at home?
Yeah, I think we will take up in our next sessions also, because work from home or at their convenient hour, so many professional opportunities are there, in sense of we can say that outsourcing specifically, or back office, or something related to drafting also, because in case of representation at various authority courts, so also our female member can contribute in drafting also. That so many areas are definitely we will discuss later on in our seminar also. So so many professional opportunities are there, so keep positive. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you to all the speakers for resolving the queries and clearing the doubts of all the participants. Now we'd like to invite CA Pramod Jain, Vice Chairman WMAC, for the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Manisha ji. In fact, it was a really wonderful session today. All the three speakers really poured their heart out to explain whatever they felt. Starting from Vanya, where he emphasized more on entrepreneurship skills and basically following the passion. Which I feel so is very important, whether you are in job or in practice or in entrepreneurship. Either you, whatever you do, or even if you are a housemaker, and what Manisha ji said later, that what we can do after being a CA, and mainly at home, which our chairperson ma'am said that we'll be talking in future. So many opportunities she talked about. Please take into mind the very important thing, that everything now is the digital online. So whether you are office or at home, hardly matters. Flexible timings, it is there for everyone, whether it is income tax or GST. So whenever, or corporate laws or traditional practices, or whatever it may be. So you have got flexible timing, you can sit at home and do it. So flexi timing is there, and you being all working at, giving time at home also. So you can all do that. And of course, Trapti ma'am really talked about the work-life balances, all spheres which we need to take care of, and really answered all the questions which were asked through by various participants. And Pechi, I was taken aback. The presentation you made was really very, very nice. So I was confused about your experience, that the maturity in which you made the presentation was really, really excellent, I would say. The way you about, okay, how was your journey was, and how you took it, and then what we should do, all this thing was really, really very nice. And how do you practice, you started your practice, and how you're, all you three are inspiring all other females. I really hats off to all the three speakers today, and choosing these speakers, Kamisha ma'am, really very nice of you to have chosen these three brilliant speakers today to not only make their presentation, but also all the questions which you have taken. And Manisha Bayani ji, charming as ever, and she has coordinated, moderated this today's whole proceedings very, very nicely. Thanks, Manisha ji, and to Shanu ma'am and all the secretariat, and of course, last but not the least, our chairperson, whose thought process has brought this program a success, made it possible, and then picking out these speakers and coordinating and being there the whole time and giving her inputs wherever required, standing tall for all the you all might be feeling that she is there for all female chartered accountants, but it is not so. She is there even for we male chartered accountants also. Thank you, Kamisha Ben, and all others. Have a great day. God bless. Stay healthy and stay happy. Thank you, each and everyone, all participants, for joining today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.